In the intricate tapestry of human emotional experience, anger emerges as a formidable phenomenon, casting shadows upon the path to inner tranquility. It stands as an emotion deeply entrenched within the human psyche, yet mastery over its manifestations remains an elusive endeavor. Embarking upon the journey of comprehending and transcending anger necessitates not only fortitude, but also a profound willingness to plumb the depths of our consciousness. Unraveling the origins of anger, discerning the precursors. At the core of every outburst of anger lies a catalyst, a precipitating factor that enkindles the flames of ire within us. These precursors span a broad spectrum, ranging from minor irritations to profound disappointments, from perceived injustices to personal insecurities. To embark upon the exploration of anger mandates the unveiling of these underlying factors, the unraveling of the intricate tapestry of emotions interwoven to fuel our indignation. The significance of perception, sculpting our emotional landscape. Perception serves as the prism through which we perceive the world, imbuing our experiences with emotive hues. Our interpretation of events and actions plays a pivotal role in the intensity of our emotional responses, particularly with regard to anger. Frequently, it is not the external occurrence, but our subjective construal thereof that triggers our wrath. Learning to cultivate a perspective characterized by empathy and understanding serves as a salve to assuage the fires of anger, affording us a glimpse beyond the surface into the labyrinthine depths of human complexity. The salience of mindfulness, navigating the tempest. In the tumultuous sea of emotions, mindfulness emerges as an anchor, grounding us amidst the tempestuous turmoil. By fostering an acute awareness of our thoughts and emotions, we cultivate the capacity to observe the burgeoning tide of anger without succumbing to its tumultuous currents. Mindfulness empowers us to pause, to breathe, and to deliberate our response with discernment, thereby averting impulsive reactions in the heat of the moment. Embracing vulnerability, a pathway to authenticity. Beneath the veneer of anger lies a substratum of vulnerability, an unadorned, unvarnished expression of our humanity. Embracing this vulnerability necessitates fortitude, as it entails relinquishing the facade of invincibility and permitting ourselves to be laid bare, imperfections and all. In embracing our vulnerability, we reclaim our authenticity, transcending the need for anger as a protective shield and forging deeper connections with ourselves and others. The practice of forgiveness, liberation from rancor. Forgiveness serves as a beacon of illumination amidst the encroaching shadows of resentment, offering emancipation from the shackles that bind us to the past. It is not tantamount to condoning or forgetting past transgressions. Rather, it denotes a conscious choice to relinquish the grip of anger upon our hearts. Forgiveness is a journey, a process of unburdening ourselves from the weight of bitterness and reclaiming our inner equanimity. Cultivating compassion, bridging the chasm of alienation. Compassion serves as the bridge that spans the chasm of alienation between ourselves and others, illuminating the shared humanity that binds us together. By cultivating compassion, we transcend the barriers of ego and recognize the intrinsic dignity and worth of every individual. Compassion is not a passive sentiment, but an active force for change, inspiring acts of benevolence and understanding even in the face of adversity. The art of self-compassion, nurturing our inner sanctum. In the sanctum of the soul, self-compassion serves as the nurturing rain that fosters growth and resilience. It is the gentle embrace that soothes our wounded spirits and whispers words of solace in moments of distress. Self-compassion is not a self-indulgent luxury, but a profound act of self-care, acknowledging our inherent worthiness and treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we extend to others. The virtue of patience, subduing the impetuous mind. Patience emerges as the steady hand that guides us through the vicissitudes of life's vicissitudes, anchoring us in the present moment and mitigating the impulse to react impulsively. It is a virtue born of wisdom and honed through practice, enabling us to navigate the undulating ebbs and flows of emotions with grace and equanimity. Patience teaches us that anger is but a transient cloud in the expansive firmament of consciousness, and that genuine tranquility resides in the placid depths beneath. The ongoing odyssey, embracing the uncharted. As we embark upon the odyssey of human emotional exploration, we come to apprehend that anger is but one facet of the multifaceted gem of human experience. It stands as a tutor, a mirror reflecting the obscured recesses of our innermost selves. Yet, it is not our sovereign. Rather, it serves as a guidepost, directing us towards deeper understanding and self-awareness. And thus, the journey unfolds, an eternal voyage of self-discovery, wherein the depths of anger are plumbed and the ascent towards inner serenity is undertaken, steadfastly and resolutely. A comprehensive exploration of anger, understanding its multifaceted nature. Within the intricate tapestry of human emotion, anger emerges as a formidable force, capable of exerting profound influence over our thoughts, actions, and social dynamics. Its complexity extends across diverse domains, encompassing psychological, physiological, socio-cultural, developmental, and therapeutic dimensions. To truly grasp the essence of anger and its myriad manifestations, a rigorous and multifaceted examination is warranted, drawing upon insights from various disciplines and perspectives. The psychological complexity of anger, delving into the inner workings. At its core, anger is a psychological phenomenon, intricately intertwined with cognitive processes, emotional regulation, and individual differences. It arises from a diverse array of triggers, ranging from perceived injustices to thwarted expectations, and its expression is shaped by an intricate interplay of personal history, temperament, and coping strategies. Exploring the psychological underpinnings of anger entails a deep dive into concepts such as cognitive appraisal, emotional intelligence, and the interplay between cognition and affect. The physiological foundations of anger, unraveling the body's response. Anger is not solely a product of the mind. It also manifests as a physiological response, involving intricate changes in the body's neurobiological architecture. When triggered, the brain's limbic system, particularly the amygdala and hypothalamus, orchestrates a cascade of physiological reactions, including the release of stress hormones and activation of the autonomic nervous system. These physiological changes prepare the body for action, mobilizing resources for fight or flight responses. Examining the physiological underpinnings of anger sheds light on its visceral nature and its profound impact on bodily functioning. Socio-cultural influences on anger. Navigating the cultural landscape. Anger is deeply embedded within socio-cultural contexts, shaped by cultural norms, socialization practices, and societal expectations. Cultural variations in the expression and regulation of anger abound, with some cultures valorizing emotional restraint and others endorsing more expressive displays of anger. Gender norms, social hierarchies, and power dynamics further shape the manifestation and perception of anger, with implications for interpersonal relationships and societal dynamics. Investigating the socio-cultural influences on anger offers insights into its complex interplay with broader cultural schemas and societal structures. The evolutionary origins of anger, tracing its ancestral roots. From an evolutionary standpoint, anger serves as an adaptive response to threats or challenges, rooted in the primordial imperative for survival and reproductive success. As an emotion encoded in the neural circuitry of the human brain, anger evolved to mobilize resources for self-defense, territorial defense, and social dominance. While the contemporary manifestations of anger may differ from those of our ancestors, its evolutionary origins continue to shape its expression and function in modern society. Exploring the evolutionary roots of anger illuminates its adaptive significance and maladaptive manifestations in contemporary contexts. Developmental trajectories of anger, mapping its life cycle. Anger undergoes dynamic transformations across the lifespan, assuming distinct developmental trajectories from infancy to old age. In early childhood, anger may manifest as impulsive outbursts, gradually becoming more regulated and nuanced through socialization and maturation. Adolescence often heralds a period of heightened emotional volatility, as individuals navigate identity formation, peer relationships, and autonomy. Adulthood brings opportunities for emotional regulation and conflict resolution, while old age may be marked by changes in health, social roles, and existential concerns. Examining the developmental trajectories of anger offers insights into its adaptive functions and maladaptive expressions across different stages of life. The interpersonal dynamics of anger, negotiating social relationships. Anger is inherently relational, shaping our interactions with others and influencing the dynamics of social relationships. Its expression serves various functions within interpersonal contexts, from asserting boundaries and expressing grievances to seeking justice or signaling distress. However, unchecked anger can strain relationships, erode trust, and escalate conflict. Understanding the interpersonal dynamics of anger entails exploring communication patterns, power dynamics, conflict resolution strategies, and empathy-building techniques within social networks and intimate relationships. Coping strategies for anger, harnessing adaptive responses. Effectively managing anger necessitates the cultivation of adaptive coping strategies that promote emotional regulation, conflict resolution, and relationship enhancement. These strategies encompass a diverse array of cognitive, behavioral, and interpersonal techniques, including cognitive restructuring, relaxation exercises, assertive communication, and empathy-building practices. Additionally, mindfulness-based interventions, such as meditation and mindfulness-based stress reduction, offer avenues for cultivating self-awareness and emotional resilience. Investigating the efficacy of coping strategies for anger equips individuals with the tools and resources needed to navigate the complexities of emotional experience and interpersonal dynamics. The role of therapy in anger management. Exploring therapeutic interventions. For individuals grappling with chronic or intense anger, therapy or counseling can provide invaluable support and guidance in developing healthier coping mechanisms and addressing underlying emotional issues. Evidence-based therapeutic approaches, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, and anger management interventions, offer structured frameworks for identifying triggers, challenging maladaptive thoughts, and acquiring adaptive coping skills. Moreover, psychodynamic therapy, mindfulness-based therapies, and group therapy provide opportunities for deeper exploration of underlying emotional conflicts, interpersonal dynamics, and cultural influences. Investigating the role of therapy in anger management underscores the significance of professional support in fostering emotional well-being, relational harmony, and personal growth. The intersectionality of anger. Synthesizing multiple perspectives. A comprehensive understanding of anger necessitates an intersectional approach that synthesizes insights from diverse disciplines and perspectives, including psychology, sociology, anthropology, neuroscience, and counseling. By integrating multiple lenses, we can develop a nuanced and holistic understanding of anger as a multifaceted phenomenon that operates at the intersection of individual, interpersonal, and societal dynamics. Moreover, such an approach acknowledges the diverse experiences and identities that shape individual experiences of anger, fostering greater empathy, inclusivity, and cultural humility in our interactions and interventions. In conclusion, A thorough exploration of anger requires a multifaceted and interdisciplinary approach that encompasses psychological, physiological, sociocultural, developmental, interpersonal, and therapeutic dimensions. By delving into its various facets, we can gain deeper insights into the nature, function, and management of anger, ultimately fostering greater emotional resilience, relational harmony, and societal well-being. A comprehensive examination of anger, navigating its intricacies. In the intricate fabric of human emotion, anger emerges as a potent and multifaceted force, capable of exerting profound influence over our cognitive processes, emotional responses, and social interactions. Its manifestations span a spectrum, ranging from fleeting irritation to intense fury, while its origins are deeply rooted in a complex interplay of individual, interpersonal, and societal dynamics. To attain a thorough understanding of anger and its implications for human behavior and well-being, a meticulous exploration is warranted, encompassing its psychological, physiological, sociocultural, developmental, and therapeutic dimensions. Exploring the psychological dynamics of anger, unraveling its inner mechanisms. Anger, at its essence, is a psychological phenomenon intricately entwined with our cognitive appraisals, emotional states, and behavioral expressions. It arises in response to perceived threats, injustices, or frustrations, with its intensity and duration shaped by a myriad of factors, including personality traits, past experiences, and coping strategies. A comprehensive grasp of the psychological dynamics of anger necessitates an in-depth examination of cognitive behavioral models, emotional regulation strategies, and individual differences in anger expression. Unveiling the physiological underpinnings of anger, deciphering the body's response. Anger transcends mere psychological processes, extending into the realm of physiology, wherein complex bodily mechanisms orchestrate its manifestation. Triggered by the amygdala and hypothalamus within the brain's limbic system, anger prompts a cascade of physiological responses, including the release of stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These physiological changes prepare the body for a fight-or-flight response, resulting in heightened heart rate, increased blood pressure, and muscle tension. An exploration of the physiological underpinnings of anger offers insights into its visceral nature and its profound impact on bodily functioning. Navigating the socio-cultural influences on anger, understanding its context. Anger is deeply entrenched within socio-cultural contexts, shaped by cultural norms, societal expectations, and socialization practices. Cultural variations in the expression and regulation of anger abound, with some cultures endorsing more expressive displays, while others favor emotional restraint. Gender norms, power dynamics, and social hierarchies further modulate the manifestation and perception of anger, with far-reaching implications for interpersonal relationships and societal dynamics. An investigation into the socio-cultural influences on anger elucidates its intricate interplay with broader cultural schemas and societal structures. Tracing the developmental trajectories of anger, mapping its life cycle. Anger traverses diverse developmental trajectories across the lifespan, assuming distinct patterns from infancy to old age. In early childhood, anger may manifest impulsively and indiscriminately, gradually evolving towards more regulated expressions through socialization and maturation. Adolescence often heralds a period of heightened emotional volatility, intertwined with identity formation and peer dynamics. Adulthood presents opportunities for emotional regulation and conflict resolution, while old age may be characterized by shifting priorities and existential reflections. An examination of the developmental trajectories of anger illuminates its adaptive functions and maladaptive expressions across different life stages. Understanding the interpersonal dynamics of anger, negotiating social relationships. Anger permeates interpersonal relationships, shaping communication patterns, power dynamics, and conflict resolution strategies. While it serves various functions within social contexts, unchecked anger can strain relationships, erode trust, and escalate conflicts. A nuanced understanding of the interpersonal dynamics of anger entails exploration of empathy-building techniques, assertive communication strategies, and conflict resolution skills within social networks and intimate relationships. Coping strategies for anger. Harnessing adaptive responses. Effectively managing anger entails cultivating adaptive coping strategies that promote emotional regulation, conflict resolution, and relationship enhancement. These strategies encompass a diverse array of cognitive, behavioral, and interpersonal techniques, including cognitive restructuring, relaxation exercises, assertive communication, and empathy-building practices. Mindfulness-based interventions offer avenues for cultivating self-awareness and emotional resilience. Investigating the efficacy of coping strategies equips individuals with tools to navigate the complexities of emotional experiences and interpersonal dynamics. The role of therapy in anger management. Exploring therapeutic interventions. For individuals grappling with chronic or intense anger, therapy or counseling offers invaluable support in developing healthier coping mechanisms and addressing underlying emotional issues. Evidence-based therapeutic approaches, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, provide structured frameworks for identifying triggers and acquiring adaptive coping skills. Psychodynamic therapy and mindfulness-based interventions offer opportunities for deeper exploration of underlying emotional conflicts and interpersonal dynamics. An examination of therapy's role underscores the significance of professional support in fostering emotional well-being and personal growth. The intersectionality of anger. Synthesizing multiple perspectives. A comprehensive understanding of anger necessitates an intersectional approach that synthesizes insights from diverse disciplines and perspectives. By integrating multiple lenses, we can develop a nuanced understanding of anger's multifaceted nature and its implications for individual and societal well-being. Such an approach fosters greater empathy, inclusivity, and cultural humility in our interactions and interventions. In conclusion, a meticulous exploration of anger's psychological, physiological, sociocultural, developmental, and therapeutic dimensions is essential for gaining insights into its nature, function, and management. By delving into its intricacies, we can foster greater emotional resilience, relational harmony, and societal well-being. Anger, though formidable, can be navigated with understanding and insight, paving the path towards a more peaceful and fulfilling existence for ourselves and others. Indeed, allowing anger to prevail obscures one's clarity and impedes lucid perception. Recognizing and acknowledging one's anger serves as an initial step, yet transitioning to a more constructive mindset is imperative for emotional equilibrium and personal advancement. When engulfed in anger, it ignites a tempestuous fervor within, clouding rational judgment and distorting reality's semblance. Exercising restraint and temperance can avert prolonged periods of despondency and remorse. It is of paramount importance to delve into the abyss of our inner turmoil, probing the roots of our anger and discerning the underlying emotions that trigger it. Only through such introspection can genuine empathy towards others be cultivated. An affront directed at one's person does not dictate worth or identity. Rather, it unveils the inner strife and frailties of its issuer. Perhaps augmenting self-affection, acceptance, and benevolence might attenuate the propensity for anger and cruelty, fostering compassion and amity instead. Maintaining composure amidst adversity and provocation is indispensable for prudent decision-making and fostering harmonious relations. Decisions made impulsively in the throes of fury seldom yield wisdom or beneficial outcomes. Unbridled anger not only contaminates the internal landscape of the mind, but also disrupts external tranquility, sowing discord in interpersonal dynamics. While experiencing anger is intrinsic to human nature, sagacious individuals exercise restraint, refraining from its deleterious manifestation. Indulging in rage over trivial matters bespeaks a transient derangement of mind, a fleeting departure from reason and perspective. Unrestrained anger oftentimes inflicts more harm than the initial injury, fracturing relationships and engendering regrettable consequences. Engaging in mindfulness practices, such as meditation, aids in preserving mental equipoise amidst turmoil, facilitating the emergence of one's authentic self and fortifying emotional resilience. Remaining rooted in authenticity and unwavering in the pursuit of self-discovery and inner tranquility are paramount, irrespective of external stimuli. True fortitude lies in maintaining equanimity and fidelity to one's principles, even amid adversity. Engaging in labor for its intrinsic value, rather than for material gain or acclaim, engenders a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Eschewing indolence and cultivating a resolute mindset, even in the face of daunting challenges or setbacks, is essential for personal growth and achievement. Centering one's focus on loftier principles, such as spiritual devotion or ethical rectitude, while relinquishing attachment to outcomes epitomizes the essence of yoga and mindfulness. Detachment from personal gain often catalyzes spiritual maturation and enlightenment, liberating oneself from the cycle of desire and attachment. Cultivating positive beliefs and thoughts serves to shape one's identity and life trajectory, empowering individuals to manifest their aspirations into reality through deliberate intention and conscientious action. Discovering solace in inner detachment and spiritual enlightenment transcends the fleeting pleasures of worldly pursuits, fostering a profound sense of inner peace and contentment. Each passing day offers an opportunity for personal growth, meaningful action, and aesthetic appreciation of life's splendor. Embracing the present moment enables one to transmute every day into a reservoir of joy, creativity, and optimism, irrespective of external vicissitudes. Dedicating oneself to a higher purpose, divested of attachment to outcomes, engenders authentic fulfillment and satisfaction, transcending the ego's incessant demands for recognition and validation. Attaining mastery over the mind empowers one to navigate life's vicissitudes with sagacity, resilience, and grace, maintaining inner composure and equanimity amidst the turbulence of external circumstances. Recognizing the dualistic nature of the self, both ally and adversary, light and shadow, ego and essence, facilitates a deeper comprehension of oneself and the world. Striving for personal advancement through individual endeavor and self-discipline, rather than relying on external validation or circumstances, is essential for genuine growth and fulfillment. Underestimating oneself or succumbing to self-doubt undermines one's potential and curtails the capacity for growth and self-realization. The self can either serve as an ally or adversary, omnipresent yet elusive, a constant companion yet an enigma to be unraveled. Maintaining equanimity and composure in all circumstances signifies inner strength, resilience, and self-mastery, enabling one to respond judiciously and adeptly to life's exigencies and opportunities. Ultimately, through inner stillness and detachment, one can unlock profound truths, experience genuine fulfillment, and connect with the timeless essence that resides within the heart of every individual. This elusive essence, often referred to as the creator, protector, and destroyer, is the wellspring of all creation and the ultimate reality underlying the ephemeral phenomena of the world. In the intricate tapestry of human existence, whether ensconced within the familiar confines of our dwellings or traversing the uncharted realms of exile, it becomes imperative to acknowledge the nuanced boundaries of our influence and comprehend the multifarious dynamics of the world that envelopes us. Endeavoring to exert absolute dominion over every facet of existence constitutes a futile pursuit, for the cosmos operates according to its own inscrutable laws, indifferent to the whims and aspirations of mortal beings. Just as we cannot decree the movements of celestial bodies or command the forces of nature, we are similarly impotent in dictating the trajectory of events unfolding in our lives and in the broader spectrum of the world at large. True courage and sagacity, therefore, lie not in futile attempts to impose our will upon the world, but rather in embracing the inherent order and harmony that pervades the universe. It is a recognition of our place within the grand scheme of existence, a humble acceptance of our limitations, and an acknowledgement of the interconnectedness of all phenomena. Instead of striving to bend reality to our desires, we find strength in aligning our actions with the natural rhythms of life, in harmonizing our aspirations with the greater symphony of the cosmos. This ethos of acceptance and alignment extends beyond mere resignation. It is a profound recognition of the beauty and complexity inherent in existence. It is an invitation to explore the rich tapestry of life, to revel in its myriad expressions, and to find solace in the ebb and flow of its rhythms. It is an acknowledgement of the diversity and interconnectedness of all living beings, a celebration of the kaleidoscope of experiences that comprise the human condition. In the realm of philosophical inquiry, this ethos finds expression in the teachings of sages and scholars who have grappled with the mysteries of existence throughout the ages. From the ancient wisdom of the Stoics and Epicureans to the modern insights of existentialists and pragmatists, philosophy offers a rich tapestry of thought and contemplation. It is a discipline that invites us to question, to explore, and to seek understanding in the face of life's uncertainties. Yet, philosophy is more than mere intellectual inquiry. It is a way of life, a set of guiding principles that inform our actions and shape our character. It is a commitment to truth, to virtue, and to the pursuit of the good life. It is a call to introspection, to self-examination, and to the cultivation of wisdom and virtue. It is an invitation to live purposefully, with integrity, and with compassion towards ourselves and others. In the journey of self-discovery and personal growth, philosophy serves as a steadfast companion, offering guidance and illumination along the way. It teaches us to discern between the transient and the eternal, the ephemeral and the enduring. It reminds us of the impermanence of life and the folly of clinging to that which is fleeting. It exhorts us to embrace change, to welcome adversity, and to find strength in the face of challenges. Through the practice of philosophy, we learn to cultivate inner peace and equanimity, to navigate the vicissitudes of life with grace and resilience. We learn to relinquish the need for control and to surrender to the natural flow of life. We learn to cultivate gratitude for the blessings we have and to find beauty in the simplest of things. We learn to live fully, authentically, and with an open heart, embracing each moment as a precious gift to be savored and cherished. In essence, the journey of philosophy is a journey of self-discovery, of growth, and of transformation. It is a journey that invites us to explore the depths of our being, to confront our fears and insecurities, and to emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate beings. It is a journey that transcends the confines of time and space, leading us to the very heart of existence itself. And it is a journey that ultimately leads us home to ourselves, to the source of wisdom and truth that resides within each and every one of us. In the realm of human experience, the indulgence in anger is a privilege afforded to only a select few, be it in the sanctuary of one's home or amidst the rigors of exile. Yet, it is imperative for individuals to grasp the inherent constraints of their influence, to comprehend the intricate workings of the world around them. Attempting to exert control over every facet of existence runs counter to the fundamental principles of nature, akin to an exercise in futility. Just as one cannot dictate the movements of the celestial bodies or the ebb and flow of the tides, so too are the machinations of the universe governed by immutable laws beyond the purview of human comprehension or manipulation. True bravery lies not in the futile pursuit of dominion over the uncontrollable, but in the humble acceptance of this immutable reality. It entails navigating the labyrinthine corridors of existence with a sense of humility and sagacity, aligning one's actions with the natural order of the cosmos. Embracing the kaleidoscopic diversity and multifaceted complexity of life, one discovers courage in surrendering to the inexorable flow of existence. In my personal journey, when confronted with the tempestuous tempests of anger, I adopt a stance of introspection and deliberation. Rather than yielding to the turbulent currents of emotion, I endeavor to confront the underlying issues with poise and lucidity. This deliberate approach enables me to address the root causes of my anger, thereby mitigating its potential for deleterious escalation. Indeed, anger possesses a pernicious quality, capable of corroding the very fabric of one's being. It infiltrates the recesses of the mind, obfuscating clarity of thought and distorting perceptions. In its wake, it leaves behind a trail of discord and disillusionment, eroding the foundations of trust and understanding upon which harmonious relationships are built. It is akin to a corrosive acid, gnawing away at the inner sanctum of peace and serenity, leaving behind a desolate landscape of bitterness and regret. While some may perceive anger as a potent weapon with which to exact retribution upon those who have wronged us, its ultimate impact is more deleterious to the individual harboring it than to its intended target. Hatred, anger, and resentment are akin to festering wounds, consuming the soul from within, poisoning the wellspring of compassion and empathy. Left unchecked, they metastasize, corroding all that is good and noble within us, leaving behind a hollow shell of bitterness and despair. Maintaining a perpetual state of anger is akin to a self-imposed prison sentence, wherein the individual becomes ensnared in a cycle of negativity and self-destructive behavior. It precludes the possibility of growth and self-improvement, relegating one to a state of perpetual stagnation and despair. Love, on the other hand, transcends the narrow confines of anger, offering a beacon of hope amidst the darkness of despair. To engender positive change in the world, it is imperative that we embrace the virtues of love, hope, and positivity, casting aside the shackles of anger and resentment that bind us. Anger extinguishes the illuminating flames of reason, leaving in its wake a trail of destruction and regret. It blinds us to the inherent beauty and wonder of life, casting a pall of negativity over even the most mundane of experiences. For those ensnared by the siren song of anger, fixating on matters beyond their control only serves to exacerbate their suffering. It is akin to tilting at windmills, a futile endeavor that yields naught but frustration and despair. Instead, one should endeavor to focus their energies on that which lies within their sphere of influence, affecting positive change through mindful action and compassionate understanding. Reflecting upon past experiences, I have come to the realization that yielding to anger and resentment only serves to perpetuate a cycle of negativity and despair. Rather than succumbing to the allure of anger, the healing balm of tears offers a more efficacious means of coping with emotional distress. Tears possess a unique capacity to cleanse the soul, washing away the accumulated detritus of anger and resentment, leaving behind a sense of peace and renewal. Contrary to popular belief, anger is not a potent emotion, but a destructive force that undermines both interpersonal relationships and personal well-being. It is imperative to recognize that anger doesn't empower, it weakens. Acting upon anger invariably leads to adverse outcomes, such as fractured relationships and emotional turmoil. Thus, it is essential to cultivate mindfulness and self-awareness, to recognize the subtle cues that herald the onset of anger, and to respond with equanimity and composure. While anger may initially appear formidable, it inexorably guides one towards a path fraught with darkness and despair. Opting to respond with tears, instead of succumbing to anger, epitomizes strength of character. Tears possess a unique efficacy in healing emotional wounds, unlike anger, which only serves to exacerbate suffering and prolong the cycle of negativity. Rather than succumbing to the allure of anger, it behooves us to cultivate virtues such as love, empathy, and understanding in our interactions with others. Continuing to dwell on the uncertainties that lie ahead is a futile endeavor, as our capacity to confront and triumph over the challenges of the future aligns with our ability to navigate the present. It is an immutable truth that even individuals endowed with formidable intellect are not exempt from the vicissitudes that invariably accompany the journey of life. Whether grappling with the onset of infirmity, contending with the anguish of bereavement, or confronting the formidable specter of adversity, the human experience is marked by a requisite for resilience and fortitude. Within the intricate tapestry of human existence exists a kaleidoscope of emotions, ranging from the exuberant zeniths of joy to the somber nadirs of despondency. Yet, it is within this intricate interplay of emotions that the quintessence of our humanity is laid bare. It is imperative to discern that life does not unfold along a linear trajectory of unmitigated felicity. Rather, it is a multifaceted tableau, replete with the variegated hues of myriad emotions, including sorrow, anguish, and indeed, anger. Speaking of anger, it represents a primordial instinct deeply ingrained within the annals of our evolutionary heritage, a vestige of our progenitors' survival mechanisms. When harnessed judiciously, anger can serve as a catalyst for constructive change, galvanizing us into action in the face of injustice or adversity. However, left unchecked, it can metamorphose into a pernicious force, wreaking havoc upon our relationships and inner equilibrium. Indeed, our responses to anger, both our own and that of others, offer profound insights into the labyrinthine contours of human nature. It is all too facile to dismiss manifestations of anger as mere eruptions of emotion, yet such an oversight belies the deeper, underlying currents of pain and vulnerability that often lie beneath the surface. In truth, anger oftentimes serves as a mask for deeper wounds, a symptom of unaddressed needs or unresolved conflicts. In navigating the tempestuous seas of life, it is incumbent upon us to cultivate a sagacious perspective, one that transcends the ephemeral undulations of emotion and grounds us in a profound understanding of reality. This entails embracing the uncertainties of the future with equanimity, acknowledging that while we may not always wield dominion over external events, we do retain agency over our chosen responses. At the heart of this paradigm shift lies the recognition that life itself is analogous to an enduring skirmish, wherein each individual assumes the mantle of a warrior upon the vast theater of existence. Whether stationed upon the front lines, confronting adversity with unyielding resolve, or assuming the mantle of sentinel, ever vigilant against the encroachments of despair, each of us is enjoined to discharge our respective duties with valor and conviction. Moreover, it behooves us to acknowledge that the pursuit of happiness represents but one facet of the human experience. To truly embrace life in its entirety is to embrace the entire gamut of human emotion, from the jubilant pinnacles of elation to the melancholic abysses of sorrow. It is only by acknowledging and honoring the full breadth of our emotional spectrum that we may apprehend the richness and profundity of the human condition. In summation, then, the key to navigating the capricious currents of life lies not in futile attempts to dictate outcomes, but rather in cultivating a spirit of acceptance and resilience. By embracing the inherent uncertainty of the future and recognizing the full spectrum of human emotion, we may find solace amidst the chaos and traverse life's adversities with grace and dignity. The pursuit of virtue for its inherent worth, devoid of the transient sway of fear or hope, stands as the cornerstone of genuine happiness. Undertaking this noble endeavor entails delving into the depths of our humanity, exploring the intricacies of our character, and nurturing a moral compass to navigate the diverse challenges of life. At the heart of this pursuit lies the profound realization that our happiness is not contingent upon external circumstances, but rather upon the state of our internal being. It is not the events themselves that unsettle us, but rather the interpretations and convictions we attach to them. Those lacking in self-awareness may find themselves adrift, casting blame upon others for their adversities, while those endowed with insight into their own nature assume accountability for their actions and responses to the world. To lead a life of fulfillment demands an acceptance of the inevitability of change and an attainment of contentment from within. True happiness, we discern, emanates from the cultivation of inner virtues, attributes such as self-discipline, gratitude, and resilience. It is through the embodiment of these virtues in our daily existence that we discover solace amidst the tumult and navigate life's ebbs and flows with elegance and poise. In our quest for virtue, we eschew the bondage of negative emotions, electing instead to focus on detachment from material possessions and transient desires. Inner tranquility emerges as our steadfast companion, prompting us to prioritize the present moment, derive joy from life's simple pleasures, and admire the splendor of the natural world. Nevertheless, the pathway to virtue is not devoid of challenges. We must learn to confront adversity with steadfastness, deriving strength from our tribulations and remaining impervious to the opinions of others. We endeavor to synchronize with the harmonies of nature, conducting ourselves with integrity and simplicity across all domains of existence. Simplicity, we discern, serves as the quintessence of enduring happiness. By fostering an attitude of gratitude and adhering to moderation in all endeavors, we uncover a profound sense of serenity that endures unscathed even amidst life's tempests. Fear exerts no dominion over us, for we have assimilated the inevitability of change and confront our uncertainties with resolute composure. Through the integration of Stoic philosophy into our contemporary lives, we glean guidance and inspiration from the principles of willpower, self-discipline, and mental equanimity. We acknowledge that comprehension arises not solely from action, but also from introspection, and that genuine peace ensues from embracing the immutable and mastering self-restraint in all pursuits. Ultimately, our pursuit of virtue represents an enduring odyssey, one that demands unwavering dedication, indomitable perseverance, and unyielding courage. Yet, in embracing this odyssey, we unearth a profound sense of purpose and meaning that transcends the transient allure of the world. With each stride along this noble trajectory, we draw closer to the essence of true happiness, finding fulfillment in the awareness that our lives are guided by principles of integrity, compassion, and sagacity. My life unfolds as a journey guided by the unwavering principles and deeply ingrained beliefs that form the bedrock of my existence. At the nucleus of my being resides a resolute commitment to these values, influencing and shaping each decision and action I undertake. When confronted with adversities, I do not perceive them as mere obstacles. Rather, I regard them as fertile ground for personal growth and development. This overarching perspective enables me to embrace life's inevitable challenges with steadfast resilience and unwavering fortitude, recognizing in each hurdle an invaluable opportunity for learning, adaptation, and evolution. In my pursuit of genuine happiness, I have come to a profound understanding that its genesis does not lie in external accolades or material abundance, but rather in the cultivation of a life steeped in virtue. This pursuit necessitates the cultivation of a pervasive self-discipline that permeates every facet of my existence. Through the principles of simplicity and gratitude, I endeavor to detach myself from the entanglements of materialism, finding profound contentment in life's simple pleasures and fostering a deep-seated appreciation for the intrinsic beauty of the natural world that surrounds me. Negative emotions, though an inevitable facet of the human experience, hold no dominion over my outlook or dictate my actions. Instead, I harness the lucidity of reason to navigate through life's tribulations, maintaining an unwavering sense of composure and clarity even amidst the tempest of adversity. By embracing life in its totality, with all its intricacies and uncertainties, I fortify myself to endure the trials and tribulations with serene patience and unyielding resilience, recognizing them as indispensable components of the human odyssey. The pursuit of virtue stands as the lodestar that guides my trajectory, infusing my endeavors with purpose and meaning. This noble quest finds expression in my unwavering commitment to self-improvement over the allure of transient distractions, with the Stoic philosophy serving as an enduring fount of inspiration and guidance along my journey. Through the indomitable strength of my will and the pervasive influence of self-discipline ingrained in every facet of my life, from my daily rituals to my long-term aspirations, I navigate the vicissitudes of existence with an unwavering resolve and steadfast determination. The cultivation of mental tranquility constitutes a cherished endeavor, achieved through meticulous self-reflection and introspection. This process engenders a profound sense of self-awareness, nurturing within me a deep-seated gratitude for the manifold blessings that adorn my life's tapestry. My life's purpose stands resolute: to align my actions with the pursuit of virtue and to derive profound beauty from the journey itself. Living in harmonious accord with virtue demands an unwavering commitment to embracing the wisdom inherent in both action and reflection, fostering meaningful connections with fellow travelers, and cultivating inner serenity through the acceptance of life's immutable realities and the mastery of self-control. My obligations are discharged with an unflagging sense of diligence and dedication, anchoring my sense of self-worth in the profound acknowledgement of my intrinsic value as a sentient being. Resilience finds sustenance in the virtues of flexibility and adaptability, while courage emboldens me to confront my deepest fears with unyielding resolve. Serenity becomes the quintessence of my chosen state of being, endowing me with the fortitude to confront doubts and uncertainties with equanimity and grace. The pursuit of virtue stands as a lifelong odyssey, demanding unceasing effort and unwavering dedication. It requires the candid acknowledgement of the boundaries of my sphere of control and a relentless commitment to ameliorating that which lies within my purview, while discovering solace in the acceptance of life's inevitable vicissitudes. My happiness finds its anchorage solely in the recesses of my internal state, shaped by my unswerving adherence to the principles of virtuous conduct and a steadfast focus on my responses to life's myriad challenges, rather than being contingent upon external circumstances. In every decision I make and every action I undertake, I remain resolute in my fidelity to these principles, cognizant that they serve as the guiding constellations illuminating my path toward fulfillment and contentment.